Hi, I'm Lizbeth Woodby. I'm currently a senior pursuing an environmental studies degree on the sustainability track with two minors in environmental justice and urban planning. And so I had the opportunity to kind of work with the city of Durham as they do their lead application. And I actually had two mentors. One of them was Paul Cameron, and he's from the General Services Department, and also Tobin Freed, who is the Sustainability Manager of Durham County Sustainability Office, which is the one that Anna mentioned. And I also had a co-intern this semester. So it was a graduate student from Duke University, Lauren Kobayashi, and she's currently pursuing an MPP and an MEM, which I believe is public policy and also the School of the Environment. So a little bit about LEED certification before I jump into my responsibilities. It's a rating system that currently exists that takes existing cities and measures, economic, environmental, and social performances throughout the entire city departments and evaluates their overall sustainability and quality of life. So there are about 9 different categories, all with varying numbers of credits that you can apply for. And all of them go into this little table that I put on the side that can get you different rankings of certification. So the highest one you can get is platinum, or you can just get certified and obtain the base layer of 40 credits. So my responsibility was, analyzing those categories and seeing which ones that the city of Durham could qualify for. So I had to look at things like energy emissions, water efficiency, quality of life metrics, and basically sift through the city website and the city data and pull out these organizable pieces and write narratives and curate kind of maps, ArcGIS maps, tables that would write compelling narratives that would assess the city of Durham's sustainability. And so Lauren and I worked together all semester to get credits done and narratives pulled out. So basically the credit areas that I looked at were integrative processes, which is basically looking at Durham's comprehensive plan, and then also looking at the LEED certification team. So Lauren and I and Tobin and Paul, and detailing what Durham wants to do in the future for sustainability, and then our LEED team, how we went about obtaining credits. Those credits being natural systems, water efficiency, looking at stormwater management for flooding, looking at energy efficiency for energy and greenhouse gas emissions, materials and resources, which is the waste systems of Durham County, and quality of life, which is also just looking at civic engagement. So areas of growth that really stuck out to me, I got to kind of put my hands into large databases to kind of track progress. We used a bunch of Google Sheets, and I've never really had a database that big before, so it was nice to gain experience kind of fumbling my way through that. And I got to learn how to assess sustainable measures, both quantifiable and qualitative. So looking at, resident participation in the comprehensive planning, but also looking and seeing if we qualify for a water withdrawal to accessible ratio, which we do. We are not pulling, or Durham, is not pulling out too much water from their freshwater resources. And I saved the biggest for last, time management. I currently have 2 internships, a part-time job, and I'm also a senior trying to enjoy my senior year. So time management was something that's definitely a learning curve, and not to say I haven't stopped learning. I am still battling and juggling a bunch of different things, especially as finals come up. But this internship has really given me a huge opportunity to kind of assess where I am with time management. So just special thanks to Megan and Brian, the EcoStudio mentors, and my team, Paul, Tobin, and Lauren.
Great, thank you. Another opportunity for questions, and I'm going to pose to you the same one, an unexpected skill or thing that you feel like you walked away from this position with.
I would say emailing, which is doesn't sound right, but it's a lot of different email chains, and trying to organize those is definitely a skill that I honed at this internship, because it is a lot of attachments as well. Attachments to emails, and then you're e-connecting with different departments. So learning how to do that and learning how to get quicker responses was definitely something that I can take to my next job.
Great. Any other questions?
Based on what you learned just about the whole lead process, is it something that you would consider being interested in moving forward? And I guess, do you think it's like an effective process, or is it more just like a matter of getting certifications to say you have them?
I think it's definitely a bit of both. Like, I can see the merit in having that certification, but I also believe that, you know, if your government is already kind of stressed in the terms of like, they don't have enough people to do this report and take time out of their day to generate this report, then it's also like, you can be doing the measures, but it's not going to add up because you're not going to create a good enough report to get certified. So it kind of just like, it weeds out the governments that have the time and the resources to generate this report versus the ones that don't.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
But it's really cool. Like it's not just for governments as well. It's you can do it for buildings. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about LEED certification buildings. I'm pretty sure we have a couple on campus. You can do them as like county managers as well. So it's definitely, it's worth it, I think, but also hard.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you read about, or like,
Right.
especially on, I'm also a senior, so I'm looking at different jobs, and some of the things they talk about is like, oh, familiarity with LEED certification and stuff like that. And I guess part of me thinks, what's the point if not that many people can actually do it, especially governments. But for private businesses, if it's encouraging them to be smarter, then I guess that's good.
Yeah, I can definitely see the promise of having a private business that's LEED certified